What's crack-a-lackin' Rosmeister? This is going to be the workout you are having for today, my lady. So, first thing that we're going to be getting into is we're going to be getting into some clamshells. Now, if you remember with the clamshell, actually I just played a little bit to demonstrate a couple of reps. This is the clamshell. We're doing this exercise for the piriformis to control the outwards rotation of your leg. And all you want to do is get a band, put them just underneath the knee, just across your knee, just above your knee. It doesn't really make a big difference. Keep your heels together, and you're just going to be turning that thigh outwards. Now, if you do keep your heels together, you should find that you've only got like a 6, 7, 8 inch range of motion. We just want to be working through that guy there, and we are going to be looking at 3 sets of 15 reps. The next exercise that we're going to get onto from there is going to be banded hip thrusts, which I know that you're well familiar with, and we're going to be doing these supersets of pull aparts as well. So just to go over a couple of the typical quick tips for you, remember that when you're doing your hip thrusts, that you want to keep your stance about as wide as what it is that you're doing for your squats. You want your heels to be about one hand space, maybe just a little tiny bit further away from your butt. But the main thing is that you want to make sure those knees are going outwards from your hips. So there's always going to be direct pressure of you trying to put a lot of lateral, aka side pressure, against the band there. And that wants to maintain constant throughout the set. We're going to be looking at doing 3 sets of 20 on those. And then you're going to be getting straight up and doing those with a couple of banded pull aparts. I've just been doing these ones sitting down. Standing up, sitting down does not make a bloody bit of difference here, girl. You've just got to get these exercises both done back to back. We're looking at doing 3 sets of 15 with that, with the lightest band that you've got. If you do not have one of these thin bands, which my memory says that you do, but just in case I'm wrong, then you can do a really similar action with just some loopy bands as well. You put your hands through, keep them in a neutral position so your thumbs will be facing up towards the sky. You just want to put the bands around your wrists and press against the bands as hard as you can do to keep them to the maximum range of the band. That is going to be working similar to the standard band pull apart does, and it's working that we've got. After that, the next 2 exercises that we're going to be doing back to back are just going to be doing banded paused squats, and we're also going to be doing some Superman back shoulder activation exercises after that. So I'll go through that one with you in a sec. It's quite tough. But with the pause squats, we're going to be doing this just to try and bring up your glute medialis strength at the bottom, and it's going to help a little bit more with that turn out from the hips, and also get your quads warmed up for just some other more stressful exercises to come. So what you want to do is put on the band, put it just below your knee, and you're just going to be doing a bodyweight squat. Grab the bottom, you're going to pause for about 2 seconds, and then go straight up. So we are just down until your hips come below your knees. 1, 2, and straight up from there. We're going to be looking at doing 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps from that. And the main thing is just to make sure that when you're coming down with the squat, that those knees are in line with the toes, and that we are pressing really hard against the band. Your squat stance does not need to be as wide as mine is, but you do want to make sure that your knees are coming in line with the toes, so press against that band as hard as you bloody well can do. After that, the back activation exercise we're going to get into is this bad boy here, where we're going to be going from a lion overhead press position to a wide grip pull down, and then we're going to be extending your arms out completely downwards, turning your hands inside, cross them over your back, and then we're going to be trying to press your elbows further back behind you by just lifting the front of your chest up, coming down. You're going to let your arms extend out again, externally rotate them back round so that your palms will be facing the floor as opposed to facing the sky. Pull them round to the bottom of that lat pull down position, and then go straight into an overhead press from there. Now, this is a very tough exercise to do, and I'm just going to demonstrate it from standing up here. Oh, I haven't got the full reps. You're going to be going from an overhead press position, and when you're pulling the thing down, imagine like what we were doing with our wide grip pull downs recently, where we tried to make sure that elbow stayed below and in front of the wrist the whole time, so the wrist was behind the elbow, and that keeps the upper back activated really well. You will remember as well that if we were doing that pull down, that if we kept your hands in an externally rotated position, that there's only so far down they come. They come down to about there. And then after that, if you want to exceed the range, you have to go into internal rotation to be able to pull them down more. So we're going from the overhead position. You're going to slowly pull them down, keeping that wrist behind the elbow. Once it gets down towards the bottom, you're going to turn your hand out. So I'm just going to get back to this. Once it gets down towards the bottom, literally just extend your arms completely downwards. But keep the shoulder blade pulled back really hard and keep trying to pull that wrist upwards. Then we turn the hands in, so the backs of your hands are going to be facing the floor. You're going to be crossing those hands over your butt, lift your upper chest upwards, and then return back to that position. So turn the hands back out, they're still facing the floor. Once I'm in the bottom of that position, I'm going to externally rotate my hands so that the palms face the floor again. And then all I'm going to do is just bend the elbows so that we get into the bottom of the lat pull down position. That wrist is staying high, the elbows keep trying to pull down. We're pulling everything in the upper back upwards, but we're always trying to keep that wrist a little bit higher than the elbow joint. And then we go back to the overhead press position. This exercise burns like crazy, dude, and we're only going to be looking at doing about 5 reps of it. From there, we will be going into some split squats. If you remember rightly, take a big step forward, and all we're going to do is focus on driving that back knee down first, and then pressing through that front leg to come up towards the top there. You are an absolute master with these, and what I'm looking at from you is 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps, just with your body weight for now. Don't worry about using the dumbbells just yet. But yeah, 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. And we're going to be doing that with some shoulder to shoulder press. So this is a shoulder to shoulder press. I'm just going to demonstrate it for you. Actually, I'll just play a couple of clips. This is what a dumbbell shoulder to shoulder press looks like. All you're going to be doing is grabbing a hold of the dumbbell, namely the 8 kilogram one that you've got. Put one hand over the other. Put the dumbbell up onto your shoulder there. And all we're going to be doing is going from a position where your elbows are in front of your body and the dumbbell is on your shoulder to being fully extended overhead. So your biceps should be either side of your head and the dumbbell should be directly over yourself. And then when we lower it back down to that other shoulder, we drop the elbows in front of the body and then lower the dumbbell to the shoulder and tuck those elbows in. So if we're doing this from the side here, I just want to show you what it looks like. My shoulder is not slacked forward. Like I'm just lightly keeping that shoulder pulled back. So we're not forward here. We're just lightly keeping that shoulder pulled back and the elbows are in front of the body. As I press the dumbbell up, the arms end up directly over the head. The biceps should be either side of your ears if you can get them there. And then when we're lowering it down, notice how the elbows come in front. Both of them, not just one at a time. Drop that weight down to the other shoulder. Press directly above the head. Both the elbows come down to the front again. So yeah, we're looking at 3 sets of 10 to 15 on the split squats, and we're looking at 3 sets of 10 to 15 on the dumbbell shoulder to shoulder press as well. Just keep it with the 8 kilogram dumbbell for now. Let us know how you get on. Just keep the split squats at body weight for now. Let us know how you get on. And yeah, I hope you have a really good workout there, home girl. Peace out, loads of love, and I will catch you soon.